Hi everybody, it's Ana-La-Rai with Sparkles of Love, and welcome to the energies of 2023. What a year I think it's going to be for all of us. And today I wanted to share with you something that happened about a week ago with me, the very first week of January. And I want to share it with you because I think it was really profound for me. And I think it serves as a good reminder to all of us of why it's important to follow the nudgings and the guidance and the path that our guides and our highest self lead out for us. So as most of you know, I'm a channel, so I'm pretty lucky when it comes to guides. I literally hear them in full sentences, especially when I'm channeling or we're having a conversation. But the rest of the time, they still need to get my attention if maybe I'm still sleeping or there's some things they want me to put some attention on. So I get nudges just like everybody else, and we all get them a little differently. And on the 6th or so of January, I woke up with a little nudge from the guides, and it was about booking plane tickets to Puerto Vallarta. So in 2023, we're having our first alchemy in-person gathering in a few years, and we're going back to near Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. And so we've planned this since the fall, as soon as everyone could get on a plane and fly. But I haven't booked tickets. I looked back then when we booked, but it was going to be easy to get there and difficult to get back, like at least 2 days of traveling, and nothing was flowing. So I put it aside and thought, okay, I'll look at it later. So my plan was probably the end of February to take a look at it, and we go in April, but that was all fine and good. So I wake up on this Saturday morning, and I get a little nudge to look at the tickets. But I get busy with things, and Christian and I are going to see some friends in Nanaimo, and later that afternoon, as we're driving out, we're in the car, and I get this nudge again, look at your tickets. So I pull out my phone and I use my data and I start looking up tickets. Now, we can't land in the US, so we have to go directly from Canada down into Mexico. So I get online and I start looking on one of the airlines here is called WestJet. And I'm like, oh, we can get there in 8 hours and 30 minutes on the day we want to leave. And so it works really early. We're on the first flight out of Nanaimo. We don't live far from the airport, and we're there by around 4 o'clock. So it's perfect. And I'm like, whoa, I'm telling Christian this is really good. And I go, well, let me see what the other side is, because that was the difficult stuff when I was first booking all of this. So what I did was I go in and look at the date, because we know the dates we want to be there and when we want to come home, and I'm looking. And oh my goodness, we can get back in 8 hours and 30 minutes on the same day. Now we get in at midnight, but that's okay. It flows. We leave Puerto Vallarta around 4:30 and we fly into Calgary, Canada, and then Calgary to Vancouver Island. It's easy, well, relatively. And I look at the price and it's a little high, but I'm like, wow. And Christian's like, well, maybe we should book it. And I said, well, I wasn't thinking about it, but yeah, I think I should book this. So I reached down, I'm getting my credit card out because he's driving. We're still in the car on the way, and I don't want to lose this. And so as I say yes to accept the tickets, then this message pops up that says, do you want to use your travel bank? And I went, what? Travel bank? And then another pop-up comes up and says, your travel bank expires January 14th, 2023. And it is now January 6th, so we're a week out. And I said this to Christian, and I'm like, I'm pushing yes. And I don't even know that we have a travel bank, let alone how much money it is. And our tickets are going to be about $2,400. And so I go through everything, and it turns out we had a travel bank from 3 years ago when we had tried to book the original gathering in Puerto Vallarta that got canceled because of the pandemic. And I had back 2 years ago, I had tried on 2 separate occasions to get in touch with WestJet. One day I called their customer service line to try and get our refund, and I spent 6 hours on hold. Never got anywhere. The second time I emailed and I sent my ticket information and everything, and took weeks to get back, and I followed up and they said, no, we can't find your ticket. There's nothing. And so we kind of just, there was no other recourse at that point. And we completely forgot about it. It's like, okay, we've lost the money. So when I finished paying for all of this, or when the travel bank comes up, it covers the whole price of our ticket, and there's $60 left on it still, which a week later now it's probably gone. But I'm like, wow, because this is because of my guides. They nudged me, and I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have followed, not that I always follow them. I wouldn't have thought to book my ticket this early. And so that would have been a $5,000 difference, because we would have lost the $2,400 we paid 3 years ago, and we would have had to pay another $2,500 and change. So almost $5,000 difference. And so I did a lot of happy dances that last Saturday when this happened, because I'm like, wow, first of all the flights worked perfectly and easily as we could. We saved all this money. We didn't have to spend the extra money. I felt so taken care of and so guided. And, we decided not to get travel insurance because the guides are looking after us. So here we go. So we're all set to go in April to Puerto Vallarta for the Alchemy Gathering. But to me, it was a very 3D, money-based, conscious example of why you want to follow the nudgings of your guides, why you want to listen to your guides and allow them to help you. And I know that we've had lots of other examples in our lives, but this one is so recent, I thought I would share it with you. So I really feel that, ask your guides for help. Our friend Kay recently asked for help when she was booking her tickets at Christmas, and where she had to fly, the airport shut down many times and people got stranded, all kinds of stuff, but she got in and out on the same days, no problem at all. Just, isn't that a coincidence? So when you're doing things like that, ask your guides for help and allow yourself to feel and listen to the messages. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.